Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been watching for a while. Right now it is mid-January when I'm filming this, and I just wanted to take some time to show the journals I've been using and loving so far. And I want to start with my Stalogy notebooks. This is a Stalogy in A6 size, and this one is B6 size. So for my A6, I've been using it to write quotes in them. I mainly get my quotes from the internet, so Pinterest, Tumblr, and other blogs, wherever I like to find them. And I just write any quotes I find that are interesting to me and that I want to note down. And I do some lettering sometimes as well. I have these Stalogy dot stickers that I used up in the beginning, but once I ran out, I started to just draw dots myself with Crayola Super Tips I'm trying to use up. And for the pen I'm using in here, I am using the Pilot Juice Gray Gel Pen, and I've only been using this in the entire book. And I'm trying to finish it up. It's like almost done. So at the back I have a few pages left. So I just fill it out whenever I feel like it. It's mainly so I can enjoy the process of writing. I also want to look up some quotes, and I feel like writing quotes down, then I will fill that out. If I don't feel like it that day, I won't. So it's definitely not a daily thing, but I'm definitely enjoying this. And maybe when I'm done with it, I might do a flip through, but I really like it, and the Stalogy is really great. This is my A6 Stalogy. And now my B6 is what I've been using for my media journal. I actually started this Stalogy a couple years ago, and that was for some random stuff in it. So the beginning is used for something else. So like this front page, random stuff I used it for, but I've been using it as my media journal for 2025. So I did a cover page. I'm writing my list down of what I'm reading and watching. I left it blank just in case I want to put more, in case I fill up the list, I have extra room for that. And then I'm using a thermal printer to print the movie posters and book covers. This is a smaller size. I originally did it in this really big size, but this is too big. But I did it for like the 5 books I checked out from the library, and I just like committed at that point. But I went for the smaller poster for the movie, and I think I like the smaller poster size more because it takes up less space, but that's just a difference in sizing. And I put in a little pencil line after 5 boxes, just for a little margin. And I noticed this after I posted something on TikTok, because I was looking at my journal when I was filling it in, and I wrote 2024, and that was so sad. I meant 2025. I can't believe I did it twice as well. But then when I was writing this one in, I caught myself and I realized I wrote 2024, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to correct that. But I'm gonna leave it for the first one. This is for any media such as movies, podcasts, books, anything of that sort. And I'm just putting title, a little bit about, genre, summary, and when I watched it, and then my commentary throughout. So that's what I'm doing. Don't look into it if you don't want spoilers. I'll put timestamps in case you want to skip through. And then I'm trying to do some color coding to denote like any informational stuff or like knowledge I'm learning, and like new definitions versus stuff that are like quotes and reviews. So I'm trying to do some color coding, but I'm still working out what kind of key I want to do. So it's definitely evolving as I use it more. And this is the book I'm currently on right now, just filling it out. And I did prep some new pages coming up, so they're ready for me to go. Fill this out whenever I feel like it. Like once I finish the book, or after a few days after the movie, or during the movie, I might fill it out. It's no real big pressure, but I just do it when I enjoy it. And I've been really loving this B6 size. At first, in the beginning, I never had a real use for it, but now, since I used my Hobonichi Weeks last year as a bit of a media journal, I don't have it anymore. So I'm excited because I also just want to finish this notebook. So I'm excited to play around with my media journal. Next, I wanted to show this journal. This one's new, I haven't showed it before. This is by the brand Journal Books. I actually got it as a freebie gift. So basically it is just a lined notebook and it has pockets in the back. So, but I've been using it for just like writing my thoughts. Not really a commonplace, but I don't know, maybe you can call it a commonplace, but it's just where I can put random quotes and thoughts. And it's a bit different than the Stalogy A6 because the Stalogy A6, I'm using it as like only for quotes. So if I feel like a bit sad or low, or if I feel motivated as well, I could just whip it out and like look up some quotes I like and really just flip through my own handwriting and book, and I really like that about this. So that's how I use that. But this one is more of thoughts and like what I think about things and a bit more commentary than just the quotes. So this is mainly from articles, YouTube videos when I watch them, or newsletters as well. And I'm playing around with how I want to use this. So I've been using asterisks to denote new paragraphs, and I've been using color here and there. Blue is mainly for my copying text, but then red and other colors is where I put in my own thoughts, so I'll date it. Like this was from November 2024. That's just my own writing and feelings. And I just really like the look of a lined notebook filled out with only text. So that's my intention of keeping this journal the whole year, or the entirety of the journal is just going to be handwriting. I just write about random stuff. I think I'll just flip through it now, and then next time I do a check-in, I'll flip through where I left off. But yeah, so a lot of it's just quotes and thoughts. Oh yeah, so in 2025, I did change colors. So I went for a green, and I just did it by the month. So that's that. I left off. And I just have a bunch of lined paper. And in this journal, I've been using my TWSBI fountain pen, and I've been really loving it because surprisingly it writes really nicely for a fountain pen in this lined notebook. Like, it's so nice. It's not thin paper as well compared to Hobonichi and other paper, so it's like thicker, but I can use my fountain pen on here and it's just so lovely. Like, it goes a little, but it doesn't show and it doesn't bleed at all, and I love the smooth feeling of writing with it with my pen, and it dries pretty quick. So I'm loving this lately, and I can't wait to continue to fill it out. And that's that journal. Next are kind of related, just my other ones. So this one is the Jibun Techo Days. I've been using this as my daily journal. I filled out the months, but I won't show that right now. I'll go to the front of January. So this is January. In the beginning of each month, they have the monthly spread. So it's all in Japanese, and there's like boxes and grayed out boxes as well. For me, what I did was, in this top one, I did like a word of the month, and then I think there's some overall, not reflection, but just like preview of like what I think this month will be like in terms of my relationships with myself and then relationships with other people. And then here I put room for reflections, favorites, a little that's cool or fun fact section. And I left these boxes for time, energy, money, work, play, rest. These are mostly going to be reflections, so once the month is over, I'm going to fill these out. I'm going to fill these out at the end of the month. And at first, when I did the first entries, I wrote it inside the box, but then later on I realized, why don't I just write it on the little gray box? So okay, so I don't know where it cut me off because my dentist just called me, but I'm filling these out for the month. It's a mix of stuff I do at the beginning of the month and then stuff I want to fill out at the end of the month. So it's going to evolve over time, but this is how I'm just using it for January. And then for the daily spreads, each day is its own page. So each day has its own spread. And I'm just writing my like journal entry for each day. At the top, I've done a few like news and breaking events, but I'm still learning how I want to use it. I've done a few spreads with washi and titles or quotes at the top as well, and using aspects to call out big things. Also, I saw this in another journal video where someone like wrote down, oh, what's the price at this time? So I thought that was kind of cool, so I did a little thing right there. And then I can denote different things with stickers as well. I really like how I use the stickers and how I color them. And sometimes I would just use like markers to add a little color as well. That's something I definitely want to play around with more as I continue to use it, to just do fun spreads and use what I have. And then at the bottom I do a bunch of like reflection or like more like fun stuff, or like after the day. What I mean by that is like in the top I'll do like someone's birthday, some big event, some breaking news, global news, not necessarily, or I can also do quotes if I feel like it, to like shape my entire day if I choose to. It's really up to me, but I'm just trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. And at the bottom, this is the first time I wrote anything here, but I just wrote down like, oh, I had a really lovely day because I went to do 2 things. And so I wrote that here and denoted it with hearts, versus I wouldn't put it up here. I could, but maybe it's like, oh, someone's birthday was up here, but like after the fact, after the day, I like putting the little sweet memory at the bottom. Again, it might change over time, but that's how I've been using it so far. And I did pre-decorate a couple of these spreads coming up, so I just use these pet tape stickers, just a simple decoration. I don't decorate too far in advance, but I just wanted to. And then eventually we're gonna get to February. And I haven't been using any other section in the book yet, but of course it's only 2 weeks, so I'm gonna see how I like it. And kind of related to that is my Hobonichi. So I used the Take a Note A5 last year. I took the cover off and put it back in its box. So the cover I'm using here is that same cover. I'm just reusing it. And this is a A5 cover for Midori MD notebooks. I'm using it here. From another notebook, I had a little blotting paper or ink paper, and I just put it in here. And then I do use the Hobonichi pencil board. And the beginning of this is from July to end of 2024. And I started my new spreads for January 25. And this is basically, I write in here daily if I have anything that I don't want to put in here and show, or if something happens after I finish the spread and I feel like, oh, I really want to say this or write it out, then I'll write it in here. And that's also why it doesn't take that many pages for me to fill 1 month. So I think one of the months last year I had like 3 pages or even just 2 for the entire month, because I just go by the day and it's not every day. So I do decorate in here as well, but it's just the Hobonichi blank notebook, and I've been really enjoying it. That's what I've been using. And then last but not least, I just want to show my stickers. So this is a sticker book I got as a gift, and I'm just trying to use my stickers. In 2025, I just want to use what I have. That's a big thing. So I've been putting a lot of my stickers, especially from Sticky Club, in here. So I'm just trying to flip through each day and see how I want to decorate my spreads in my Jibun Techo and my other planners and journals. So I just really want to use my stickers this year. I stopped my Sticky Club subscription because I want to use what I have before I buy more. So yeah, that's what I have. And I also, in my journals, I like to use the Tombow brush pens in the hard tip and soft tip. And then in the Jibun Techo, I've been writing with the Unit Ball 1 in 0.38. And I also use just a basic Uni Oxygel mechanical pencil, along with my other pens that I mentioned. And then I also have my little mug of like markers. So these are like the highlighters I have, dual tip, I like to use a lot. And then I have my calligraphy pens. These are heavier ink, so I don't really use it in the thin paper, but I use it in some other notebooks. And I do like the Pentel Energel as well, but I haven't been using it lately. And I just trying to use what I have. I've had these markers for like a few years now because I got them as a gift for one Christmas, and then these ones are new, so I don't want to buy any more right now. In 2025, I'm just trying to do like a low buy or no buy for as much as I can. Not because I don't want to support artists and stuff, but I really want to just use what I have, and if anything, use the motivation that I want to buy new stuff to help me use what I already have. So yeah, this is my little journal collection, and this is what I've been using so far in January, and I hope to catch you in another video. Thanks for watching.